how many commercials were put on TV during the 1970s and onward, advocating for cereal as being a healthy food and putting their stamp of approval on that by the FDA. And it's not. But how many of us got hooked on eating cereal? And these are addictive compounds. We now know that ultra-processed foods, hyper-palatable foods, foods that have been manipulated to taste a certain way, are addictive. This is why the tobacco industry in the 1980s and early 90s started buying the big food producers like General Mills, et cetera. And this is why these recipes have been adjusted over time to make them more hyper-palatable, because they're looking to make a product that you can't say no to. That's the business model. No one can say just one. No one can have just one. This is what they're doing. When people are constantly being bombarded with these messages to pursue these diets, thinking that's going to be healthy, yet they're developing diabetes and obesity in rates that have never been seen before, there's a disconnect. And they begin to lose all their faith in you and trust in you. So just in the food alone, you've lost us. And I am my prescribing, my medical approach to patients, nutritional biochemistry is my thing. That's where I sit in. I look at my labs and I go through, okay, how can I help this person with nutrition? Every time, every patient I consider diet with them, always. It's part of my plan. Diet's key. Diet's a big part of medicine. So if you're one of those doctors who's like, well, diet's not everything, and he's like, it is. It's foundational. And when people feel that we've lied to them, when medicine has lied to them and the government's lied to them, and the doctors have not stood up for them, they lose faith. What else? What else could be a problem here? Let's be more direct to medicine itself. The direct-to-consumer advertising that was approved in the United States of America, and this is a crazy thing, those of you around the world who watch this podcast may not know this, but in America, we have ads on TV for drugs all the time, all the time. They're sometimes worse than others, but we're always advertising something on the television or in print or digital media. There's always some type of advertising occurring promoting pharmaceutical, because pharmaceutical companies in America can advertise directly to patients. This is an unfair advantage on the part of the pharmaceutical industry, because we know that when you do direct-to-customer advertising, that it creates need. It spurs a patient to think that that's the solution.